Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Career Breakthrough Challenge. So, I started this yesterday and I ran this challenge back in November, and I wanted to run it again and run it. I'm running it live on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. So, let me know if you joined yesterday. I am going to be running this more on an audio level. So let me know. Let's take a moment just to introduce. So drop a comment if you are live with me, in the room. In Where are you tuning from? Are you YouTube? Are you on LinkedIn? Also, I'm gonna drop a link to invite you to join me live on the call. I can have 10 people live with me on a call. If you want to be live on the call with me, join me now. So here's the link to join live. I'm also going to send a link out where you can download the 4-day career challenge workbooks, get the replays as well, so that you can maximize your career breakthrough. The reason I designed this challenge was to help you have a major breakthrough in your career and stop playing it safe, stop playing it small, and it's time to rewrite your career. It's time to make bold moves. It's time to get a better job. It's time to get a bigger paycheck. And that's why running this challenge is that finding every day that so many people are just playing small in their careers or playing it safe. And if this is you, let me know in the comments if this is you. So tell me in the comment section if this is you. Are you playing it safe? So yesterday I covered day 1. Today I'm covering day 2. So let me know in the comment section. Are you ready to have a career breakthrough? Just type comment ready. Are you ready to have a career breakthrough? Are you ready to make bold moves in your career? So let me know in the comment section, are you ready? Because that's what this whole career breakthrough challenge is all about, is having major breakthroughs in your career. Okay, so we are doing day 2 of our career breakthrough challenge. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you. So, welcome to day 2 of Career Breakthrough Challenge. You're in the right space and the right place if you are a career professional, corporate career professional that is in their mid career level to senior career level. This means that you're looking for that next 6-figure job, 200K, 300K, 400, all the way to 500K, or even beyond 500K. So this career breakthrough challenge is for mid to senior career level career professionals who's looking for their next 6-figure opportunity from 200 to 500K base salary plus total and beyond that in total composition. So welcome to the Career Breakthrough Challenge. Let's take a moment to celebrate you for showing up. I am running this challenge. This is day 2. So every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can catch me live right here on LinkedIn or YouTube. Oh, good evening, Joseph. How are you? And what I want to do is make it really interactive. So type in your comments in the comment section. Right? Introduce yourself. Tell me where you are tuning in from, where you are live from. And but the biggest thing is I want to take a moment to celebrate you for showing up, for making a commitment for the next 4 days to be here and do the work, right? Nothing in our lives change without taking action. So yesterday we covered day one, which was identify your expertise. Today we're going to talk about how to define your dollar value and how to have a mind shift in your mindset so that you can maximize the paycheck. The goal here is to get you maximize base salary and the total composition. But in order to do that, we do have to have some shifts in our mindsets. Okay, so that is what we're going to cover. Working in HR for 20 years, one of the things you're always going to get asked in an interview is, what is what's your salary expectation? Too many times we leave these questions to chance and we leave it to the company to decide how much to pay us, or we rely on like tools like pay skills, salary guides. But the problem with that is those tools, if you just rely on them, they're going to get you underpaid for the work you do, for the results you deliver. Okay, so that's what we're going to cover today. So we're on day 2. If you don't already know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Gurpreet Korman, and I am a corporate HR professional who has 20 years of experience. In the last 20 years, I've also been fortunate enough to be able to coach career professionals just like you all over the world to help them thrive in their career. One of the things I've done in my corporate HR career is every job, every company I worked in, I did career mapping. For every employee in the company, I mapped out their career paths in the company and externally as well, where they want to go, and then did gap analysis to figure out where they are today, where they want to go next. So career mapping is to actually map out your entire career from where you are today to the next 5, 10, 20 years, what it looks like. And then each phase of the career mapping stage, where you are, and to get to the next step, we do a gap analysis. So the reason you can trust me is because I have 20 years experience doing this work internally in corporate as well as externally. One of the things I found that a lot of career professionals are not doing, they don't have a career map for themselves. And what's going to happen is, if you don't have a career map, when it comes to performance reviews, how would you have an effective conversation with your boss, with your manager, if you don't have your entire career mapped out? If you don't have your career mapped out. Oh, you're in Fashion Island. I want to go there. But hey, let's meet up, Joseph. Okay, so back to the conversation. You cannot have effective communication if you don't have your career map. Like, how do you know what the next possible step for you looks like? How can you have those conversations and performance reviews? How would you know it's time to leave an organization and go get a better job? The thing is, the only person who knows you best is you and what you need. You can't stay in roles and let the company decide when it's time to get a promotion. You got to be in that driver's seat, right? So one of my mission is it's my personal mission for me, right? My mission is very personal to me because my father passed away in September 2018, and that is when I really started asking myself, what do I want from my life? What do I want from my work, from my career? What do I want from why I'm here on this earth, and how I want to leave this earth when I die? So these are the questions I started asking myself, and what you see today is from those asking those hard questions in September 2018. Also, one of the things I got really clear on is that I'm going to use my inside knowledge working in corporate HR to help individuals on an individual level so that they can have a successful career. But not just that, so that when they are meeting with companies and going through interviews, you're confident to communicate exactly what you want and how much money you should be getting paid in terms of base salary. One thing that companies always like to sell you on is a total comp. What you fail to understand is that total comp doesn't pay the bills, right? Your base salary, the money that goes into your bank, is what's going to determine your household income, your groceries, your day-to-day lifestyle, the house you can afford to live in. where you can afford to live in. The good areas in every city cost a lot of money. So do you have the means to provide for your family? So it's important that we are paid in for our skills, for our expertise, and what the work we deliver, it should be paid in money. It shouldn't be paid in total comp. So that's one of the missions I have. So I'm also an expert in helping career professionals in positioning in their messaging, how to market themselves, how to go after the right companies, how to speak to those right companies, what your messaging needs to be, right? I help you become the go-to expert that companies need and they're seeking you. So you're in a seeking space versus chasing. So I help you attract and receive and seek, be the one that's sought out, whereas you're chasing and chasing companies. I was recently also awarded this year. I was recognized as top 20 women entrepreneurs to look out for, as well recently named the most empowering women leaders from USA 2024. So I've won a lot of awards as well. I've been featured in CBC News, the Global Mail, the Wall Street Journal, various different radio channels, as well as podcasts. I won awards as well. So a little intro about myself if you don't already know me. To kick off day 2 session, I want to do three simple true and false questions to help you get into the right mindset, also to help you create a financial independence that you deserve to do. So first question, drop your answers in the chat in the comment section. True or false? Market rate is what you should ask for in your salary. True or false? True or false? So true or false? Drop it in the comment section. True or false? False. The answer is false. Market rate is actually one of the surefire way to get underpaid. It only considers, so market rates like salary guides, pay scale, they only consider they only look at 3 things: the years of experience you have, number of years experience you have, the skills you have, and what's your credentials. But it ignores the other component. The biggest thing it doesn't look at is how complex a problem you can solve. What have you mastered? What are you an expert in? What results can you deliver? What types of problems you can solve? What solutions you can implement? So if you can solve $1 million problem, what should you be asking for, right? This is where these salaries are different for every single person. Why do you think companies say don't discuss your salaries? The reason they say this is because salary is an individual conversation. Companies, yes, companies will have their salary bands, companies will have all that in place. But when it comes to hiring and negotiations, that's an individual thing. Someone can be in the same, two people can be in the same job and not get paid the same base salary. So something to think about here. Two people can be in the same job doing the same job, but will not get paid the same because it's an individual thing. So instead of getting mad at the company for paying you different from another person, paying you less than your colleague who's doing the same job as you, but they're getting paid, the thing is that person knew how to negotiate. That person knows their worth and is not going to settle for anything less than what they deserve to get paid for, based on the work they're going to deliver, the problems they're going to solve, the solutions they're going to come up with and implement, and the results they're going to get. So you need to know how to do this. This is what's going to differentiate you from every other candidate is when you can find this piece out for yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you do today. Next question, true or false? The company's budget determines the salary you will get. True or false? True or false? False, false. Yes, the answer is false. Company's budget is not your concern, by the way. Company's budget, by the way, is none of your business. Your business is only you and what you want. So companies' budgets don't dictate how much you should be asking for salaries. If they truly value the problems you solve, they will find funds to hire you. They will find the means to get you hired. They will, and has happened to my clients. So there needs to be a shift in your mindset, and that's one of the things I'm going to cover today is mindset. And I have a real treat for you because I have a guest who's an expert in mindset, and she's going to walk you through a couple of things, tools on shifting your mindset. Because if you want to get paid more money, you want to become a high paid professional in your field, the biggest key to that success is your mindset. The guest I invited today is as a surprise guest. She told me earlier today that 95% of your success is your mindset. Prior to that, I heard another expert say 80%, but she corrected me today and she goes, actually, it's 95%. 5% of his strategy. So I invited her today to help us, all of you, with your mindset, because you can't demand and get paid more money if your mindset isn't aligned with it. So we have to go inwards and internally align ourselves to then have the external match that. Last question, true or false? Job market conditions dictate the salary you should ask. False. Internal factors like layoff or recessions may affect hiring trends, but they don't diminish the value of you bring to the table. They don't diminish the value of solving a high impact problem. Your worth isn't tied to the results. Your worth is tied, sorry. Your worth is tied to the results you deliver, the problems you can solve, and it has nothing to do with the market. The economy will change. The market's always going to have up and downs and lows and highs, so your value doesn't diminish as due to the market conditions. And that is true. Like, I want to share a success story. When my clients shift their mind and develop a healthy mindset, they see tons of success. Me and my client Parvati, who actually joined my program back in 2020. I helped her land her first six-figure job. Then in 2021, she continued to use the materials and the teachings that I taught her, and she landed a job offer for 135K, increasing her salary by another 35K. 2022, she increased her salary again by another 35K by landing a job offer for 170K. 2023, she increased her salary again by 30K and landed a job offer for 200K. 2024, this year, had the major shift. She increased her salary by 258K. 258K. That's a big jump. That's nearly more than almost close to tripling her salary. She landed an offer for 400K US dollar. So she went from earning 200K Canadian to then learning 400K US job offer. Her total salary increase from 2020 to present has been 498. That if we round that off, that's 500K. So paired with my teachings, paired with her mindset shift. Once she shifted her mindset and started believing in her, and then aligning herself with companies who will pay her top dollars, major shifts. Every year. 2020 was what happened? Pandemic. The pandemic market, she still landed 100K. 2021, same thing. And what's the biggest thing that happened in 2023? Recession. So it doesn't matter the market. The reason I'm sharing her story is to show you the market didn't dictate what she should be getting. From 2020 to pandemic, to 2023 being recession, to 2024 being tech layoffs. Didn't. And same is true for one of my other clients. In just 4 weeks in this tech layoff market, he landed a job offer with top bank in Canada. Prior to working with me and prior to joining my coaching program, he was struggling for 5-6 months. It wasn't even getting interviews. And the biggest thing he thought when he was struggling, that it's market. The market's bad, tech layoffs happened. And prior to joining my program, he thought he cannot land a job in top bank in Canada because banks did major layoffs this year. And he thought there's no way. What happened? Joining my program in 4 weeks, he landed a job offer with one of the top banks. And so can you. So first, let's talk about mindset, right? So before I get into, you put a dollar value on you, which is the second step, I want to pause here and I want to invite my friend, a special guest, who's actually an expert in mindset. So I want to introduce you to Rasha. Rasha is a genius when it comes to mindset. This woman has all the tools, all the theory. She's been studying mindset for years. And I actually didn't plan to do this, but since I saw her, she was commenting in the comment section. I say, hey, do you want to hop on and just do a 10-minute and give one tool today that you guys can all use to shift your mind into money mindset? In order for you to become a top paid professional, get paid more money in base salaries, you have to have a money mindset. So, Rasha, do you want to introduce yourself? First of all, thank you so much even for hopping on this.
Thank you so much.
You did this even in November when I ran this.
We didn't plan this as well. I just I found you live, said I'm gonna say hi. But it's a pleasure to be with you and to be introduced to your esteemed guest. Thank you so much, Gurpreet. Thank you for the nice introduction as well. Yeah, I have been actually. Sorry. There's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's for me over a decade now in mindset, investing and studying and understanding about it. It's amazing what results you can get once you understand how you can use it for you instead of against you. This is superb.
Yeah.
So I would love to say for your esteemed guest, yes, this is very true what you said. Your results is never dictated by the circumstances or by the economy or by the market, whatever it is. This is all I'm sorry, but this is BS. It doesn't work this way. People are not gonna pay for you what you ask for. They are gonna pay what you know you are worthy of and how you vibrate when you send a message talking about it. Because if I come and say hey, boss, I really would love to discuss my salary and I know that I deserve this promotion and I want, for example, say you ask for 10x what you currently have. If inside you have this doubt that, but this is not going to happen, he's going to be mad at me, I am not worthy that, why would he pay me all that? I mean, if you did not sell yourself first on the idea before talking to your boss or manager or leader, or whatever he is, like, rest assured that you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
As simple as that. People do not listen to what you say, they listen to how you feel about what you say. So if I am not 100% aligned, meaning convicted that I have aligned how I feel about my worth and what I'm asking for, then there will be like sending signal, like mixed signals while talking to him. So you are not going to get what you ask for. Okay. So this is basically it. One of the tools that can help you align your value, like I know that Gurpreet is going to today lead you into understanding how you can place your value and how to know how to sell your expertise, because you bring dollar value and you bring like lots, you save your company a lot of money. So when she does that very soon, I want you to know one thing, like what's one tool I can use today that can help me. Once you decide your dollar value according to how she's going to guide you, like, please do that. Even if you are doubting what I'm saying, please do it and you will reap the results. And I want you to send me messages along with Gurpreet with your success. Okay. So once you decide, for example, say you found that your dollar value is like 150K or 500K or $1 million. It doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter at all, right? What matters is I want you to say like, okay, Gurpreet, I understand now. My value, I can confidently ask for $700, $700,000, sorry. Okay. So you are going to write on a piece of paper and like make it an index card in order to make this really alive. I, for example, and then your name, for example, put I, Gurpreet, okay, easily charge 200,000, like whatever monthly for my income, whatever it is, like whatever the value is. But I want you to put it first in your I, like the first person, and then in the second person, example, you, Gurpreet, easily earn, like easily, and make sure that you add the word easily, okay, so you don't do it with struggle. Easily earn 200,000 K. Why do you put it in with the you? Because all your negative programming about money and about your worth has been told to you through another person, okay? So that's why I want you to hear yourself saying you, Gurpreet, okay, and I, Gurpreet. And then the third one, the third statement is she, or like for Gurpreet is the she. So she, Gurpreet, and then you have, I want you to repeat your name. Easily earn 200K or easily ask for 200K every month, monthly salary, whatever it is, like, I mean, whatever number is going to resonate with you after she does the exercise with you today. And I want you just to put this, okay, next to your bed. Read it before you sleep out loud if you can, but don't share it with somebody else who is going to like pour sand on your fire. Don't do that, please, guys, okay? And read it as well in the morning. Why in the morning and why before sleeping? Because this is when the subconscious is open and you can easily program it, okay? Does this make sense? Does it make sense, Gurpreet? Like, because I'm, I can, okay? So, and during the day, so you have 3 steps every day. This is not going to take you the whole process more than 10 minutes a day, and this is going to get you the results. Trust me. I have done it with many people, and I have seen miracles. I have seen people who 10x their income. During the day, all you require to do is to take this statement and write it like 5 or 10 times. What matters is that you add emotion to it. For example, like, right, how to connect with the emotion, because the subconscious is your emotional mind. Okay, so how I'm gonna like get it involved? I have to get involved in order for it to manifest in my life or to reap the results. Write down what are you gonna, if you earn right now, let's say I'm picking the 200,000. I don't know, like this is what resonates with me. I don't, maybe for you guys it's 500K, maybe it's like whatever it is, okay? What are you gonna do with it? Imagine if you take this on a monthly basis. How does this impact your life? How can it change your life? what kind, like the schools for your kids, college, university, what kind of lifestyle, how can you impact the life of others. I loved Gurpreet when you said what is my impact in the world, and when you questioned your like why I'm here, what is like my legacy I'm gonna leave behind. So I really love that, because guys, when you make more, think about how you can impact the life of others. Maybe it's a charity, a cause you believe in, a program that's gonna make people believe in themselves and multiply their income. Whatever it is, always have one of the things related to your money goal. What are you the impact you're gonna like help others with, because this is gonna add momentum to your goal and you will attract this. Guys, like I mean, if you apply this tool for 30 days, well, text Gurpreet and text me, Gurpreet, and let me know what happened with them. But when you set a figure, it must be bigger than what you currently have. Think of multiplying, not like quantuming, like quantum physics, multiplying, not just like plus adding a little bit. Okay. What matters, it doesn't terrorize you. Okay. So if like 20,000 a month, I can tolerate that. 40, yes. 100, yes. 120, if you start to feel like shaking inside, don't. I mean, like, don't go beyond shaking. Does this make sense? This is the most powerful tool, honestly, guys. Like, there are lots of them, but today, for sake of time, and so that Gurpreet can guide you, this is the one tool. Once you decide your dollar value with Gurpreet tonight or tomorrow, when you do the exercise, do it in this style and have like an agenda. You're like, it's gonna change your life. I, Gurpreet, easily earn X per month with ease. Okay. If you want to add emotion to it, if you want, you don't have to, but you can. You say like, and I am easily, for example, buying my mom her first house, or I'm easily taking my kids on a trip to XYZ, or I'm easily paying in bulk amount the down payment for my house. Like whatever is gonna, because this was gonna get you more emotionally involved with the amount. So when you talk to your boss, or when you negotiate your salary, when you ask for what you want, there will be no conflict inside, because you already accepted the idea and you are in alignment with the figure you put, and you will get it, I guarantee. Does this make sense? I hope this tip helped you guys.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much for sharing these tools with us and shifting people with the money mindset. One thing I want to just highlight to everybody is when you write that number, feel free to drop it in the comment section. One thing, you have to claim it.
Yes.
Claim it, put it out in the universe. Nothing in your life is going to shift if you're so scared to put it out there. You can do it privately. You can just put it in the comment section. So you're just claiming it. And whatever that number looks like, don't be shy. Don't be scared of it. If you want $500,000 and get paid in base salary for $500,000, write that down. And I'm going to show you this, the whole 4-day career breakthrough program. This challenge I'm doing is to help show you how to make that into a reality. But it starts with you believing in what you want and putting it out there that you want this, without shame, without guilt, without fears. And if there are any emotions that are coming up when you write that number, write those emotions down. What's coming up for you? Are you scared that it's not going to happen? What are you feared rejection? What emotions are tied with when you claim, hey, I want this? Then second piece is to write down how you feel about it. Because a lot of times we want something, but then the emotion of it's not going to happen, it's too good to be true, no one's going to give me this, oh, the market's so bad, companies are laying off, like whatever emotions are coming up, I want you to write that down. And I'm going to give you one further step to do. Write those emotions, whatever is coming up, write it all down. Then take a lighter, and obviously do this in a safe space. Maybe do this outside and just light it up and just release those emotions. And as you light that up, it's an exercise I've done multiple times with myself and with my clients in my coaching program. I make them do this exercise because the best way to release any negative emotion is to first really face the emotion that you feel this. So write it down. That's why I love journaling and writing things down. But when it comes to release, I do take an extra step and I burn it. I'm ready. Like, make a commitment to yourself that you're ready to release these emotions that hold you back from achieving what you really want. Let's step in the new year with new you, with new energy, right? So one of the things to do is, like, we just had a full moon, which full moons are one of the best times to really just release and call in the new. So full moons are really good releasing of the past, releasing of past patterns, past beliefs. Let's adopt new beliefs. So that's mindset, right? Like, you, in order for anything to shift in your life, it starts with you and your mind. So go inwards and do this exercise, and then burn it, put it on fire. And as you light this piece of paper, one of my coaches did this with us. She said, as you light this up, see these words: I release, I let go. I release, I let go. So what you're doing is you also putting the energy that you're done with this for good. You're releasing it for good and you're letting it go for good. And then the next part you can do is, once this burns, you can ground your energy by putting your feet on the ground, like grass, sand, water, like touch nature. Or if you're living in cold parts of the cities, you can do this inside, and just, if you have a plant, you can touch the plant or just hug a tree. And that's going to ground you. That's you getting touch with nature and just grounding yourself, and really ground in the intentions you want. So if you want that 500K, put it out there, put the intentions out there, and then ground it with Mother Earth. Okay.
I am happy you said that. I really love. I was gonna say like, but there is an extra step after the burning, and that is like when you said like I release, or like whatever your faith is. Like, say, guys, I like put your hands on your heart. It really, really, really makes a difference. And close your eyes and take deep breathing. Like, okay, and inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, slowly, slowly, and say, I willingly release. I am open to receive all the good that I desire. Like, just like you're sending the message verbally to the universe, and the universe will respond to that 100%, guys, guaranteed 100%. Okay. And one thing you said as well, one more comment, because you said, Gurpreet, like, share with me the figure. I know the figure may be like scary for you right now. That is totally normal. But
we have one person sharing it. So Ditya said 100K. So
yeah,
you like, it just takes one person to put it out, and then everybody else will follow through.
Yeah, you're a leader. Whoever has done that, you are inspiring others. Just like it's gonna be scary, that's fine. Okay, but just like if you do the exercise I told you about as well, of writing it on a piece of paper, and during the day you write it like 5-10 times, and you read it yourself out loud before you go to bed. Once you are awake in the morning, you will program yourself for this figure. You won't feel this like terror barrier any longer. I guarantee. Just do it for 30 days and send me, Gurpreet, let me know about them, how they did.
Sure, I will. Thank you so much, Rasha, for being here and giving
you.
your time. Thank you so much.
Bye. Good luck. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Okay, so yeah, let us know how this works out for you. So make sure you guys keep me posted. Send me the message. As you're gonna see a lot of shifts happen for you as you do this exercise. I've seen it, phenomenal shift happen with my clients in my coaching program. When they put these intentions, like I do a sticky note exercise where they have to write down their goals, and when they want to land a job by, they put it on a sticky note, and multiple sticky notes, and I get them to put it on their bathroom mirror. I get them to put it on their laptops from their computers, so that, and their fridge and everything. So you're constantly seeing this, and that's what you want, and you're setting those intentions and you're manifesting it, and you visualize you're doing this. And one of my clients landed a job in 28 days and doubled his salary. by setting clear intentions and then using the sticky note exercise to do it. So we created that, and it's phenomenal shifts happen. And that's the power of our mind, by the way. When you set intentions, the universe, everything will start to flow for you. Okay, so let's move on to the next piece. We covered the mindset. Now let's talk about your dollar valuation. How do you put a dollar figure on you? So if you can solve $1 million problem, then what you should be asking in salary. So that's what we're going to talk about now. It's not pay scale that determines your rate. It's not Glassdoor. It's not any salary tools out there. The dollar value you should be asking is it's the problems you can solve, the solutions you can deliver, the results you can deliver is what you should be asking in salary, right? So what happens is many career professionals don't know how much they should be asking in salary. They don't know this. So they rely on asking based on the market rates, looking for guides and salary guides. The problem with that is, for example, if you use a tool like PayScale calculates only based on 3 things: your experience, your credentials, and your skills. But it doesn't take into account your brain. Your brain is, every single person has a unique brain. It doesn't take into account your unique talents, your gifts. It doesn't take into account the problems you can solve, how complex problems you can solve. The more complex problems you can solve, the more you can ask in salaries, in base salary, right? It doesn't take into account your capabilities, your zone of geniusness. It doesn't take that into consideration. And that's where everything now starts to become different. So salary guide's another tool you can use, but again, you're gonna end up underpricing yourself. So we don't want to underprice ourselves when it comes to asking for salaries. Okay. So one of the biggest mindset shift you have to do is you got to get yourself out of an employee mindset, and you want to get yourself into a consultant mindset. So employee mindset is somebody who's trading time for money. So, okay, if I'm going to work 40 hours, this is how much I want. So you're basically determining your worth based on time and companies' budgets. Consultant mindset. A consultant, someone who's a consultant. So think of like companies like Deloitte, Accenture, right? What do they, when they are coming to companies and pitching themselves, and then the company hires them, they're not operating from employee mindset, trading time for money. They're not. What they do is they focus on the problem that needs to be solved. How complex is the problem? The desired outcome or result that company wants, and the results they can produce, the outcomes they're going to produce and deliver. That is what they're going to ask and budget and the project price. So you want to get into the consultant mindset when you are going to be asking for salaries. So how much should you be asked? I've broken this into 5 key factors. There are 5 key factors we have to take into consideration to determine our dollar value and how much money we should be asking for in salaries. Okay. So the 5 key factors is 1 is the value you bring. So your value isn't defined by your job titles or the market rate. It's determined by the unique blend of your skills, your experience, your professionalism, your credibility, and the uniqueness that makes you you. How much value you're able to provide, and the results you can deliver. So it's also speed plus quality versus your competitors, right? So you want to look at how fast you can deliver something, the quality of your work. Also, are you more reliable than your competition? Do you have more experience, years experience? You can identify and solve problems quickly. You charge more. So the second thing we have to look is the work, right? So define your work, the work you do and its complexity. So what is the work that you're going to be doing? How complex is the work? Not all work is equal. The scope of the work, complexity of it, the responsibilities, your role should directly influence your composition, the work you're producing. How complex, so work is also like how complex is the problems that you are expected to solve or you can solve. How complex, how fast can you can solve the problems. The team, so work is also how many people are you expected to manage. Is it globally? Is it one location? Sorry, if you hear a baby in the background, that's my baby nephew. I apologize. He's probably going to copy me. But your responsibilities, the locations, the team size, we have to take all this into consideration. So this is where we have to really, when you're going on interviews, you can't just throw a number because we don't have all this information yet, right? So we have to look at all this. Second thing we want to look at is the employer. What's the size of the company? The size of the company. The size, the resources of your employers influence how much they can pay, but your value doesn't shrink based on their budgets either. So what we want to do is do a company analysis. How large is the company? Small, mid-size, enterprise level? How much profits are they generating? How much money are they making in revenues? How much profits they're making? So we want to do some homework and research on companies. How many employees do they have? What's their potential ROI for your contributions in the companies of this size? Now, the next thing we want to take into point is output. What output are you expected to deliver? So results, right? Your output is tied into your results. Results matter more than tasks. So what output can you guarantee you can deliver? What results can you guarantee you can deliver? What KPIs are you expected to hit? Your composition should reflect the results you deliver, not just the tasks you perform. So the productivity level of yours, your efficiency levels, you have to take all this into consideration before you ask for a salary, before you throw a number out there, right? So put a dollar value on you. So this is step 4. Time. Now, last thing is time. Hours of work. How much time are you expected to deliver? How many times will you be working overtime? Your crisis management is something you're going to be expected to do as well, right? You have to take into considerations of how many times you have to factor in crisis modes, right? Because let's be real, not everything is perfect, right? So we want to figure all these pieces out. Guess what? A lot of companies, when you get into the management level, you're not going to get paid over time. So these are the things you have to estimate as well into when you're asking for a figure, the salary figure. You also have to look at also like the amount of value you can inject and provide. So like your technical skills, you have to consider all this. So when it comes to asking for pricing and how much you should ask for a salary, you got to operate from an employee, not from an employee mindset, but from a consultant mindset. It's kind of like the same when you think about it. Why do we pay more for Gucci? Why do we pay more for luxury brands? Why do we pay more for Tesla? Why do we want the most expensive cars? When you look at brand, let's talk about brand, right? The amount of money attached to Gucci or Tesla, for example, cars, we're paying also for the brand, we're paying for quality, we're paying for the name. There's a lot of factors that go into so high quality, right? So if you want to position yourself as a high quality professional and not just like Walmart. So what's the difference between Walmart and like a superstore? For example, let's take Walmart groceries and let's take Whole Foods, for example. Why are we willing to go to Whole Foods and pay more than to go to Walmart or Target for groceries and superstores and pay the Target or Walmart price for groceries, right? Why quality? The quality of the product. So you have to take in consider you are the product you're selling. So you want to look at all this and look at yourself as a high quality. Brand yourself, price yourself like a Gucci or one of those luxury brands that maybe look at the brands that you like. Why are we willing to pay more for anything is because it comes down to quality. So when you price yourself, don't price yourself at a lower price just to get a job or land an offer. You gotta set high value expectations for you. You gotta be high value and get high value, right? So one of my clients did this successfully. She was underselling herself, but though she had 20 years experience and she's going for executive assistant roles when she shouldn't be, when she has 20 years experience and can easily land a VP role. She said this, I was selling myself short. I didn't believe in myself and I was going from executive assistant positions. I was holding myself back, not believing in my own capabilities. After joining my program, she moved into a VP level role. And it's amazing what you can do, right? Same thing with another client of mine. He was working in toxic work environments, started his job search, but wasn't landing anything. Rejection after rejection. In just 4 weeks, he landed a job offer. He started landing offers. First of all, he started landing interviews with top companies like Honeywell, Walmart, Intel, Uber. And he ended up in 60 days, double, that's his own words, he's on top of the world on the salary, and he literally doubled his salaries and the amount on the moon, landing job offers from top companies. But the thing is, you need to know how to price yourself, and you have to hold yourself as a high value product, high value caliber, and demand the price. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to put all this together and what we're going to do on day 3. Okay, so let's take some questions. I just want a quick recap on what we're going to cover day 3. So today we talked about yesterday we talked about identifying your expertise. Once you've identified what you're an expert in, now we put a dollar value figure on you. Tomorrow I'm going to show you how to do market research, how to identify the companies you need to go after, and how to and show you a strategy on how to market. It's called the go-to-market strategy. I'm going to cover all this. So let's get into questions. Do you have any questions on what I covered today? This is really good information. Totally agree. So you cannot outperform your self-image, your inner self-talk, and how you feel about yourself is yours. Yes, it is. Okay, so any questions about how to put a dollar value on you? Also, by the way, actually, let me drop you can actually call in, join the call, and ask your questions live with me. I'm going to drop the link. So I dropped the link. Feel free to join. You can hop on the call and call in and ask your questions. You can also type it in the comment section as well. Here's the link. So do you have any questions? Yes, I did cover this. Okay, so Jude. Hi, Jude.
Hi, Gurpreet. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine as well. Okay, so my question is, we're talking about mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're talking about mindset, and then when we're talking about mindset, like how do we enforce or how do we change our mindsets? If we just talked about repetition, like saying the same things again and again, or doing a kind of like a ritual where we truly believe in that ritual, but then what really changes the mindset in terms of like how do we change ourselves? Because I believe that having a kind of mindset comes from experience and all of that, and it kind of gets defaulted into the system, but then how do we like go about changing it?
Okay, so are we talking about money mindset? Because the only question I kind of want to address today is the topics I'm talking about. So we covered money mindset, how to develop a money mindset, and then second there was how to price yourself. Are we talking
Yes,
about mindset in
yes.
general, or are we talking about money mindset?
uh, like money mindset is just an offshoot of the general mindset, right, from what I believe.
Okay, so what specific question you have about money mindset? You
So
don't you don't believe you can make the money you want to make?
that actually comes from a kind of like what your self-worth is, and how you take and where you position yourself in terms of like the market, right, or in the company.
Sorry, what?
uh, so that comes from like self-worth, like how do you, like if I say I'm 100K kind of guy, so it is like
Okay,
okay.
so let me start a dialogue with you.
Yeah.
In a perfect world where you can have whatever money, what do you believe you're worth? How much money should a company be paying you? Like in a perfect world setting.
200K.
Okay. So why are you making 200K now?
No, I'm not making
Okay, so
200K.
why not?
That's because I just got into this opportunity and I did ask for more, but they
I no, see what I asked? You want 200K, but you're not in 200K role, right? You just got into a new job, but you
yes,
want 200K. So why didn't you go for 200K?
I did apply for 200K jobs, but I did not get those.
Okay, so why didn't you get those?
The last round of interviews I couldn't clear, they went with someone else.
Okay, dig deeper than that. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
believe you deserve 200? Do you feel worthy of 200K?
yes, for sure.
Okay, so you 100% believe you deserve 200K and you're worthy of it and you should get paid that.
Yes,
Nowhere in those interviews did your mindset was, shit, they're gonna reject me.
yes.
They're not gonna think that I deserve to get paid 200K. Like anywhere subconsciously, underlying subconsciously, where you feeling that they're gonna reject you and not give you 200K.
No, no, I didn't feel anything like that. The thing is that,
Okay,
and the
then
final.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
I don't want to elaborate too much. If you 100% believes that there was no subconscious underlining rejection about 200K, then your approach was wrong. Then the strategy comes into play, right? I'm a firm believer there's mindset 80%. Russia
Hmm.
believes is 95%. I'm gonna go with what I've learned that 80% is mindset, 20% is strategy. So if you had your 80%, your mindset was right, then the strategy was wrong.
Okay,
Your approach is wrong.
okay.
Man, to me, that means you didn't know which companies to approach, how to approach them, how to sell yourself. Selling
Hmm.
yourself isn't about talking about yourself. Elevator pitch is not you selling yourself, by the way. So if
Okay,
you're one thing I've learned from 20 years in working in corporate world is that we're conditioned to sell ourselves from I have this is how many years of experience I have, these are my skills, and these are my contention, these are my strengths. That's not
Mm,
selling.
yeah.
That's not selling. And that's one of the biggest thing people have been brainwashed to believe, that elevator pitch is selling. That's not selling at all. Selling has nothing to do with you and has everything to do with the person you're talking to, their problems.
Yeah.
Do you understand their problems better than they understand?
Yes.
And that's what the difference about making more money comes down to. You can want 200K, but that doesn't mean you know how to go get the 200K. So hence you
Right.
said, now if you really wanted 200K, why did you settle for anything less than that?
Yeah, the thing is that I waited for almost a year. I've been giving rounds and rounds of interviews, but I didn't land anything, and I was
Okay,
running out of
so
time, so I came here.
then my next question would be, you were doing everything on your own, correct?
Yes,
Then why didn't you seek help? Why didn't
because
you seek expert help?
I was just missing out on the final rounds. I used to clear
But
three,
that's what
four
you
rounds.
think you were missing out, right? You're still missing out. You are like, if you are landing interviews, great, you're doing something right. Half the battle is landing interviews. The other big component is closing those interviews and getting an offer. Whole
Yeah,
year went by and you couldn't close those interviews and get an offer.
yes.
So why couldn't you get extra help? What was stopping you to seek help from an expert who knows what they're doing?
Because I thought I had everything that could go the distance, and it was just luck.
It's not luck though. Nothing is luck.
Yeah, I just thought I was lucking out.
Oh, lucking out or lacking out? Sorry, I didn't get that.
I did not have the luck to get through the final round.
You don't have the luck, so now you're negative energy.
Yeah, kind of.
No, there's no kind of. It is.
Okay.
So that's why I know 100% so heartily. If you 100% believed you deserve 200K and you're worthy of it, like as
Mhm.
Russia is saying, you weren't in the energy of 200K. You think
Yeah.
you were. You weren't. Because
Mm,
there's no way if you were in that 200K energy that you didn't land a 200K job.
right,
Right?
right.
And beyond that, you don't know how to close the interview. So you can land interviews, but that doesn't mean a lot of people can land interviews, but they can't close it. So where you're lacking is you're not an interview closer. You don't know how to close the interview and convert them into job offers.
Yes.
So you can easily right now be in a 200K role, but you chose in one aspect of you didn't want to get sick. Now your ego is speaking. Oh, I don't need help because I know what I'm doing. The truth is you don't know what you're doing. If you did, you would be sitting in a 200K role right now.
Hmm.
So see how your ego got in the way?
Yeah.
But that's what happens to many people. 99% is the ego is getting in the way and they believe they don't need help. But
Yeah.
if you don't need help, then you will get the results that you want, right? You wanted 200K. You're not getting it. So how do you not need help? So the half the battle is recognizing when you need help. And I sadly, a lot of people's egos do get in the way. It's like they believe they don't need help, or seeking help means they're doing or they're failing, right? Like the sense of rejection, or there's emotions involved with even seeking help. Biggest thing you can do is have the courage to ask for the help,
Yes.
but you chose not to, right? So that is a choice you made.
Yes.
We're making choices every single second.
That's correct.
You chose not to, right? So we can't go back and change the past, but what we can do is move forward and learn lessons. And now ask yourself, you want to stay in this role, the pay, or do you want to give yourself an opportunity and go land the 200K? Like what is stopping you to go get the 200K now?
I've just moved into this job like
So
a
what?
few weeks ago.
So what? So what?
Hmm. So it'll look badly on my career
Who
progression
said
that
that? Who said that?
that I've got into one, and because people have asked me why you're only in this role for a year, what happened, and
See
all.
how now your own limiting beliefs are stopping you? You're believing this notion that you got in a job, now you have to stay there. You're believing that if you make a move, it's going to look bad. Now,
Right.
this is your own thinking, your own beliefs, your own thinking pattern. Now you're going to stay in a role that is not aligned with the salary you want, probably not even aligned with, let's say it's everything you want, just the salary is not there. You're going to go through emotions of, once you get to, you started, let's move on to 3 to 6 months from now, you're going to be in a space where you're going to start to feel you're undervalued, underpaid for the work you're delivering. You're going to start having resentment.
Yes, that's bad.
You're going to. And I work in HR to know this. People take the job that they get, whatever is given to them, they take it. But what happens in 3 to 6 months is, oh shit, I'm doing this. I'm doing this work. I'm doing this work. I'm doing so much, but my pay is not at the level it should be based on the work I'm doing, the work I'm producing. So then what's going to happen is you're going to go through this emotions and feelings. Then you're going to try to talk to your boss or your manager for a raise. You're not going to get that much raise.
Yes.
Right? So what's going to happen is then that whole quiet quitting thing, I never believe in these terms. Quiet quitting, oh, I'm only going to do my bare minimum job. That, to me, it's the whole craziness that happened in 2022, quiet quitting. To me, it says, I was looking at that as like, you allowed a company to treat you a certain way, and now you're going to quiet quitting. The reason quiet quitting happened is because people were like, shit, I don't want to do this anymore. So they start to do bare minimum.
Yes.
And you're going to do the same thing. Quiet quitting is not a new term. People have been doing it. Once you get into the energy of you feel you are being taken advantage of, you're doing so much work, but the pay doesn't justify it, negative emotions, then you're going to start to feel in a relationship where you're not appreciated, right? It's human nature. When we're doing a lot, but we're not being appreciated in the way we want to be appreciated, we start to have resentment. We start to kind of create the dynamic, and then we're in toxic relationship.
Right.
So the onus isn't always on the company to provide a safe, loving work environment, right? Toxic relationships happen both ways. You can feel like in a toxic relationship simply because now something that is not being satisfied for you. Now, that's not a company's fault.
Yes.
I'm going to shift the blame. I'm not trying to point fingers. A lot of people look at externally blaming people instead of looking at themselves. You made the decision to take that pay. You made it. You solely made that decision. For
Yes.
whatever reasons, right? Whatever
Yes.
reason, you chose to undervalue yourself. You chose to take a lower paying salary job. You made that choice. We
Yes.
can't hold companies accountable for our own actions, right?
That's correct.
Now we got to hold ourselves accountable. Now you have a choice again, but you're choosing to stay in the role instead of saying, okay, you know what? I took this role. There's no shame in the game. I tell my clients all the time, like, if you're landing a role and money is an issue, take what you get, but let's have a plan to get you the role you really want. So we take, like, trust me, money is a big stress, right? So we need money. We need to live. So I get that piece. We need the money. We need to provide for ourselves, pay bills, groceries, and all that stuff. I get that. Take something you can get, but that shouldn't be the goal. That's not the end goal. The end goal isn't stay here 2 years, 1 year. No. Who said you have to stay anywhere? You take what you get, but then you work towards getting what you really want. So you kind of gave up on yourself, and you're putting your whole life on pause because, oh, I just got this job, so I can't move now for a year or 2 years because it's going to live by. So you're telling that story to yourself to justify why you should stay. So in one aspect, you have excuses.
Right. Yes.
Because you believed a story that people tell you should stay. I'll be very honest. There's no rule that tells you have to stay in the company that you don't want to stay. Why should you stay in a job that you don't want to stay in? Why?
Yeah.
Right? You made a choice, but now you can make a different choice. What's stopping you to make a different choice? What's stopping you to go after the role you want?
Nothing is stopping me. I'm still going out there in the market, and I'm still in the market
But
for the
I'll
role that I
guarantee
want.
you, but I'll tell you
The
100%.
thing is that I got this role as of now, and I landed this role, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy here with. There are a lot of other things that I'm happy at. The kind of environment it is, the kind of team it is, my boss, my colleagues. I'm very happy there. So in all those terms, I'm
Are
quite
you happy
happy.
with the money?
Yeah, I'm kind of happy. I'm not reaching for the 200K, but I'm out in the market for
But
the
you want
200K.
200K.
No, I don't want 200K. If I do get it, it's fine. If I don't get it, it's also fine. I'm happy with what I'm making right now.
Okay, then stay there.
Yep. So, yeah.
Okay, so anything else?
No, nothing else.
Perfect. Okay, guys, let me know if there's any comment. Oh, Orain, I say I can help company generate 500K year in revenue by doing work for 3 months. Can I then ask 50K for 3 months? Oh, that's a good question. See, I need more context, Oren. What do you mean? Like, say I can help company generate 500K year in revenues by doing work for 3 months. Can I then ask for 50K for 3 months? You can, but you kind of need more context. Like when you say you can generate 500K revenues, can you guarantee you can generate 500K in revenues in 3 months for them? Can you guarantee that? Right? Like when it comes to asking for something, there has to be a guarantee that you can do it. And typically, if you can generate 500K, salespeople typically take 20% commission of the revenues to bring in, right? So I guess that's why you're doing the mark here is if I can bring in 500K, can I ask for 50K for 3 months? Yeah, you can. You can ask for 50K for 3 months if it's a 3-month project. So you can, definitely 100%. If you're still here, I would love to get more context in this, more context here. Okay. Repetition is the key. You learn your name through repetition. That's true. You must get into the spirit of 200K Jude before you ask for it, like playing on the field versus watching the game. Gurpreet is helping you, Jade, see what you are not aware of that is stopping you. Can you give Jade a spot on a tip how to place himself as a consultant? Which I already did in the teachings today, more as a process project construction. Yeah, you can. Again, the value you put on yourself is based on the results you can deliver. So if you can deliver 500K as a revenue consultant, yeah, consultant, okay, project consultant, yes. You can price the project to be 50K if you can guarantee that you can deliver 500K in revenues, right? So it comes down to guarantee. Like a company's not going to give you 50K if there's no guaranteed and they can't see how you're going to do this and how can you guarantee it or what's the process look like, what's your framework, what's your blueprint in getting them the 500K. Hope that helps. If you have any questions and you want to speak with me, I did drop the link. Feel free to hop on so we can have a dialogue, Oren. So I dropped the link where you can hop on a call with me right now live and we can have a dialogue, Oren, if you're available. But definitely, like if you have a proven process, a proven blueprint that's going to help the company generate 500K in 3 months, definitely you can ask for 50K for 3 months project as a consultant. Of course, 100%. 100%. But then again, it comes down to, can you guarantee, and how you position, how you talk about this will play in the factor. And the company has to believe that the company will give you 50K if they 100% see the value in it. So it's our job to show the value in a way that speaks to them and communicate in a way to them to speak their language. So we have to show the value, and we have to show the 500K. So they have to be able to visualize 100% they can see the 500K revenue in 3 months. And then obviously the guarantee is, here's how I'm going to do it. This is the process. I'm going to walk you through. This is my proven blueprint that has helped companies generate 500K in 3 months. And here's how I do it. And then obviously you have testimonials to back it up. Recommendations like a testimony, a proven social proof has to be there too, right? So people are not going to just take your word for it. So it all comes down to how we talk and communicate in a way that speaks to the person we're speaking to. So I do hope this helps. It's 7:30. I got to wrap this call. Tomorrow is day 3. So join me for day 3. You can grab the workbooks. I did drop the link, so please join the challenge. You'll get access to replays from November as well. And you'll be able to actually download the workbooks for each day. So I've created workbooks to go along with it. Okay, Oren, you're here. I was gonna wrap this call up. Hey, Oren.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to like give some more context. That's all.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
No, but how about we take this conversation tomorrow? I'm
Okay.
doing a live for day 3, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I do have to end this call. I do have another engagement. So why don't we put a pin in it, and you can join tomorrow and ask this, and we can continue the conversation. Sounds good?
No problem.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. Okay, so guys, download the workbook. Oren, why don't you download the workbook? I dropped the link so that you can get the step-by-step from day 1 as well as day 2. And there's a workbook to go with each day. So you guys can download it, and you'll get the emails and as well. Perfect. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Same time as 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that's PST. I'll be live. And you just have to hit the follow button to make sure you see me live. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.